Hey everyone, Sarah here. So I'm here to set up my 90-day work plan in my work bullet journal. So this is Sarah. Welcome to Plan the Grind if you're new here, and thanks for coming back if you're one of my original subscribers. Yeah, so we're going to get into it. I'm a project manager. I have a team reporting to me, and we are setting the pace for Q2 and what we're going to be working on. So I'm going to be using the project matrix that I set up. So I'll leave a link in the description for that video. And I'll be using some of the stickers from my shop, my 90-day plan sticker, my project sticker, my mind map sticker, and also my project milestone stickers. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm looking at my project matrix. So I have a whole team reporting to me. And I am actually using this to think about, like, what are we going to do in the next 90 days? How much effort is it going to take from me? Who needs my mentorship? And this, I'm identifying 4 projects that I want to work on for the next 90 days. So the first one I have is, this is a key objective for the company, and I'm incorporating Salesforce into our team. And so this is a high level of effort on my side. It's going to take me a lot of work to do this. So this is really one of my main projects for Q2. And I'm using my project sticker to put the deliverable in here. So I'm just scheduling out, like, okay, what is the scope of my project? And the deliverable of my project is to implement current functionality for expedites, redates, cancellations, and build out dashboards. The next one, I'm doing a Kaizen event for one of our functions at work. And this is another one that's going to require a high level of effort from me. And this is actually a big project. So these are my 2 objectives for Q2 for me personally. So I'm putting in the deliverable and the project sticker. These next 2 projects are actually requiring a low level of effort from me. So I'm either mentoring them, or they're just like, it's more than one or two things to do. It takes a series of things and I got to implement it, but it's not a hard task to do or a hard project to do. So these are low level of effort. And I'm doing this purposely. So I have 2 really large projects that take a lot of work, and I have 2 projects that are low level effort, and I'm staggering them. So over the 90 days, I am going to just stagger what stages those projects are in. So for me to understand, like, how to schedule these out, and I always use just 4 really high level phases, and these are not official. It's just the way my mind thinks. And actually for my Kaizen event, I'm going to use the DMAIC process. But anyhow, so I'm just doing some high level milestones just for my own purposes, my own planner purposes. But I always do design, implement, launch, and monitor. Those in my head, that's just the way I break down projects. It's not like official project management, but they're just the way I do it. And so what I'm trying to do with these mind maps is just to have some idea of what I need to do in order to execute this project or mentor the project in some other ways. So I'm using the mind map just to get a high level understanding of what I need to do. And I'm comparing that mind map to that deliverable statement. And I'm just writing it down. And I'm doing this for all 4 projects. And again, the reason why I have to do this is because if I'm going to assign any type of high-level timeline to these for a 90-day plan, I need to have some kind of idea of what I'm doing. Now, I don't know the actual steps and tasks that need to be done yet. I will get to that. So my next video is going to be me setting up a Kanban for kind of going through and doing all these projects. So I will be setting up a Kanban board in an upcoming video. So that will be next Monday in my work bullet journal. So be on the lookout. So again, I'm not identifying every single task. It's just super high level so I can understand some level of timeline. And we'll get into the timeline when I start filling out my 90-day plan sticker. And the reason why I'm doing this, so why are you doing, why are you so important? Just do it in the next 90 days. Well, I actually want to stagger the projects in the phases that each of the projects are in. So design and implement tend to be a lot of work on me. So I don't want to have my two key projects in design and implement at the same time. Like I don't want them on the same schedule. So I actually want to schedule one of my big projects in line with one of my smaller projects. And I like doing this, because of the workload, obviously. But sometimes you just get sick of working on a project and it's nice to have something to go tinker with. That's the way I look at it. So some of my smaller projects, that's like my tinkering project, if you will. So I actually will be like nose deep and working through this huge project. And I'm like, oh my God, I just need to think about something else. So I go pick up that little tiny project and make some progress on it. So that's why I like to stagger a lot of hard work with a lot of low work projects, if you will. So that's why I do those mind maps, so I can understand the level of effort it's going to take for me and how to kind of schedule them out for milestones. And I also and if my boss says something to me, I'm like, listen, you have me working on this project. It takes a ton of time. Do you want me to rearrange things? I can move it around here. So it's just a way to drive some accurate conversations too with when your boss is asking you about things. So, anywho, going into my 90-day plan. So I'm using color coding here, and I'm just using some Tombos, and I'm putting in one of my big projects first. So this is my Salesforce project that I'm working on, and I'm just putting in the stages. So I'm not using this calendar to identify the tasks that are done on each day. Again, that's what my dailies are for. That's what my next actions are for. That's what my project plans are for. I'm not going to write all the task in because I execute all my goals with my planner, and this is really setting some timelines and holding myself accountable. So I'm really looking at this from a perspective of I just want to know what phase I should be in or what stage I should be in for the project in order to accomplish my goals for Q2. So I'm really just color coding the projects, and I'm calling out what stage that they are in for each of the projects. And I'm also looking at this to make sure, and this is where I'm actually figuring out how do I want to schedule these. So I did those mind maps and I kind of have some understanding. And now I'm looking at it like, oh my God, I don't want to put my two big projects on top of each other. So I scheduled in my big projects so they're separate from each other. They're not overlapping too much, or maybe a heavy stage is overlapping one of the easier stages for me, and that's fine. But I'm making sure that those heavy stages, a lot of work stages, are not overlapping each other. And then I'm filling in my time with the little projects. So where are the gaps and how can I schedule those little projects? Because those aren't they have to be done, but there's not a super tight timeline on them. So anyhow, I'm just kind of balancing the workload, if you will. So now that I overlapped them and I kind of figured out how they're going to stack on top of each other, the workload, now I'm actually going in and I'm writing down the dates, the end dates. So I'm writing the milestone, so design and when design stage is ending, implement and when implement stage is done for each of the different projects. And this is important so it can stay on my radar. So when I'm doing my weekly review or, my weekly plan with me, you're going to see me going in and looking at this work project list, and those dates are gonna be oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be in the implement stage and I'm still in design stage. I gotta put some more hours into this or rearrange. And it's also gonna help me understand what the meetings are. So if I'm in an implement stage and people are throwing stuff on my calendar, I want to really start declining meetings, right? Unless it's something I need to be involved in, I'm just going to be a little bit more stingy with my time, if you will. So that's really how I do it. So just to recap, I use my project matrix to understand what projects I wanted to work on. I used my project list to understand what the deliverables, my mind map to get a high-level understanding of what the work is, and then I did my 90-day plan so I could stagger the work, and now I'm using my project milestone stickers to stick them in my work project list. So that's really it. That's how I do my 90-day plans. And coming up, I'm going to actually do a Kanban project where I will actually go in and start identifying the tactical steps that have to be done to get these projects executed for Q2. So there's the flip through, and thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you like this video. So don't forget to like and subscribe and check out these next couple videos that you think you might be interested in. So thanks, everyone. Bye.